Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today in celebrating our International Education Series. My name is Rukuzo Tambo. I am originally from Zimbabwe, which is located in the southern part of Africa, and I am the present coordinator of International and African American Affairs for the Department of Multicultural Affairs. For our presentation today, we are taking it all the way to Africa, as you can see. We have James Kwaku Kwarteng, a fellow of African origins as myself, who is a graduate student here at Eastern from Ghana, West Africa, pursuing a degree in communications. He'll focus on major interests that one would like to know about Ghana, including its history, educational system, economy, sports, religion, culture, and traditions. He will use pictures and video to give attendees a vivid idea of what the beautiful nation of Ghana has to offer. Just a reminder that you are encouraged to participate and ask questions via chat. There will also be a survey at the end of the presentation, and we greatly appreciate your response. I will let him take it away.
Thank you so much for having me this afternoon. My name is James Kwaku Kwarteng, and then today I'm giving a presentation on Ghana. The presentation is pre-recorded, so I'll be available, I'll be around for questions, any question after the presentation. So if, Annabelle, if you are ready, you can just go ahead and then play the presentation. Everyone, my name is James, and today we are talking about Ghana. This is a presentation on Ghana's history, culture, and tradition. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon for this presentation. Let's move on to the presentation. Start with it. Okay, so I will start with the brief history of Ghana by asking these two questions. Question one, do you know that Ghana is the first country in West Africa to gain independence from the British? Do you know that Ghana was formerly called the Gold Coast? Yeah, Ghana was formerly called the Gold Coast. What comes into your mind when you hear the name Gold Coast? Okay. Let's move on to the next slide. Now, the next slide, this slide is the map of Ghana. Ghana basically is surrounded by French-speaking countries. If you notice, if you take a look at the map, look at it carefully, you will see that this is the map of Ghana, and you see at the top of the map, that is the north, okay? You see Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso is a French-speaking country. So at the northern part of Ghana, we have Burkina Faso, and on your right, we have Togo. Togo is also a French-speaking country. And then on your left, that is the western part of Ghana, we have Côte d'Ivoire or Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast is also a French-speaking country. And then the bottom, that's the bottom is where we have the Gulf of Guinea. Gulf of Guinea is like a sea, like an ocean. And so Ghana basically surrounded by French-speaking countries, but most Ghanaians don't know how to speak French. Yeah, that is the interesting thing. Most Ghanaians don't know how to So on the north is Burkina Faso, at the east, the eastern part at the east is Togo, and then the west is Cote d'Ivoire, and then the south, that's the bottom part of Ghana, is Gulf of Guinea. Let's move on to the next slide. The next slide is where I talk about, or where I want to talk about our history. This is just a brief history of Ghana. The history of Ghana, I cannot talk about the history of Ghana in this presentation. I cannot present everything in this presentation. So I will just briefly talk about the key ideas about our history. Now, the first point is that Ghana was formerly called Gold Coast, but it was renamed Ghana after it gained her independence from the British on March 6, 1957. So we had our independence in the year 1950 or 57. Now, this man is called Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Kwame Nkrumah was the main man behind the independence of Ghana. If you had a chance to study the history of Africa, you get to know this man. Kwame Nkrumah had a vision for the African continent. He wanted Africa to come together as one nation or one state. He had a vision of the United States of Africa. United States of Africa, like the one you have in America, United States of America. But I think his dream couldn't come into fulfillment because most African leaders did not agree with this idea. So he couldn't achieve what he planned to do. So after helping Ghana to gain her independence from the British, Kwame Nkrumah tried to link or connect the liberation of the independence of Ghana to the various parts of Africa, to the various countries in Africa. Nkrumah was the first president of Ghana. Was born in 1909 in the then Gold Coast. After independence, he ruled Ghanaians from 1956 to 1966. Kwame Nkrumah died in 1972 or 72. Yeah. The current president of Ghana his name is Nana Addo Akufo-Addo. I decided to add this to the slide because basically, if I'm talking about the history of Ghana, I cannot omit our current president. Akufo-Addo is currently serving his second term as the president of Ghana. His father, Edward Akufo-Addo, was also the president of Ghana from 1970 to 1972. Akufo-Addo was born in 1944. He's currently 76 years or so, 70. He's in 75, 76. Yeah. He's the oldest president of Ghana. Now, one thing that Ghanaians like, and that's the historical part of it, of this man. That's why I added this slide to my presentation. One thing that Ghanaians like about Akufo-Addo's government is his policy of free senior high school education. I think this policy has been also received a lot of praises from foreign countries, from the BBC and other countries. He has made it a policy that senior high school education is free for all Ghanaians. Students are not supposed to pay tuition. I don't know whether high school is free in the States, but Ghana, you're not supposed to pay tuition. During my time, when I was in high school, I paid tuition, I paid fees, but when he came as a president, Nana Addo Akufo-Addo has made a policy that every senior high school student is not supposed to pay. Is not supposed to pay tuition, and even from our system of education, from level 1 to the senior high school level, no one is supposed to pay fees. I think he made this policy because most students after junior high school had a lot of challenges. Most parents could not send their children to the high to high school. So when he came to power, he decided to give many people access to senior high school education by making education at the senior high school level free for all Ghanaians. That is one thing that I want you to note about our current president. Now, Ghana, after independence, Ghana has been considered as one of the leading countries in Africa in terms of natural resources, in terms of gold, in terms of oil, in terms of diamond, cocoa, timber. Ghana is the second producer of the second country that produces gold. Sorry, produces that exports cocoa. This has been the trend right from after we had our independence from the British. The population of Ghana is around 51,000. Yeah, so we are not that many as compared to Nigeria and other nations. Yeah, Ghana, we are not that many. Okay. The next slide is Ghana's capital. Ghana's capital has been the city of Accra right from independence. Accra is a historical city. That was the place that we had independence. So it is still the city that Ghanaians consider as the capital of Ghana. So since 1957, Accra, even though there are a lot of cities in Ghana, but Accra remains the capital city of Ghana. Now let's talk about some historical symbolisms. Now, Ghanaians cherish their flag so much, and the flag of Ghana has historical connotations. Everything about the flag of Ghana is history. Now, if you take a look at the flag, you can see red, you can see gold, you can see green, and then you can see the black star in the middle. Now, the red represents the blood of our fathers who died in their struggle for independence. Now, a lot of people suffered in their struggle for a lot of Ghanaians suffered in their struggle to help the country to be an independent country, or to liberate ourselves from the colonial struggles at that time. Most people were in prison. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, for instance, was in prison because of his activities during that time in the 1950s. He was in prison for his activities for mobilizing people to work towards independence. The yellow color or the gold color represents our minerals, our wealth, and then, for example, our gold minerals. There's a lot of gold in Ghana, especially from my region where I come from. That is the reason why Ghana was called the Gold Coast. So the Gold Coast is in reference to our natural resources. Okay? And then the green color, the color green represents the rich forest of Ghana. There are a lot of forest areas in Ghana. The black star, the 5-pointed black star, it symbolizes the liberation of Africa and unity against colonialism. Now, when Ghana became the first country in West Africa to gain independence from the British, Dr. Nkrumah wanted to link our independence to the other countries in Africa. So according to him, Ghana's independence wasn't that effective. It had no effect on the total liberation of the African continent. So that is why you can see the black star in the middle of the flag. Some monuments in Ghana. This is also historical. This monument was built or erected in the year 1957, and it symbolizes freedom for Ghanaians and then justice in terms of rule of law. If you had a chance to study politics, I did politics in my bachelor's. Rule of law simply states that everyone is equal before the law, whether rich or poor. So when we had our independence, the people or the government put this building there or this monument there to symbolize our freedom from colonial rule and then justice for all Ghanaians in terms of law. According to them, they wanted to put the law of Ghana to work. That everyone is equal to them, everyone was equal before the law. Okay. The next slide, history of Ghana in terms of education. I decided to add this because I cannot talk about history without talking about the education. Now, Ghana's educational system has some history or has some connection towards history. Now, we have 5 levels of education in Ghana. The first level is the preschool, that is 1 year. Second level is primary school is 6 years, junior high school 3 years, senior high school 3 years, and university or college of education 4 and 3 years. So if you complete the high school and you want to go to the university, you spend 4 years in school. You want to go to the college of education. College of education simply means either nursing training, teacher training, colleges. You spend 3 years. In the US, college is different from the way we understand it in Ghana. So yeah, so this is basically the levels of education in Ghana. Ghana basically have Ghana. There are a lot of public universities in Ghana, about 8 public universities and about 15 private universities. The first university was established in the year 1948. 1948. The picture in this slide is Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. This is where I had my bachelor's before coming to the US. And then this this university is popular in Africa and even in the world. That is very popular. So the educational system of Ghana is something that Ghanaians cherish so much. The next slide is about our history in terms of religion. Now, after independence, Ghanaians have practiced 3 main forms of religion. 3 main forms of religion. One is Christianity, Islam, and then traditional religion. Now, before independence, most Ghanaians were practicing traditionalism. Okay, traditionalism simply means they kind of believe in the existence of gods. They serve idols. They believe in the existence of gods in the sea, gods in the air, gods in the trees. But when the British came, they also came with the gospel. Okay, they came as missionaries, and even though they came with other intentions, because of our gold and natural resources, but they also came to Ghana with the gospel. Through the gospel, many Ghanaians got converted to Christianity. So about 70% of Ghanaians are Christians right now. So Ghana basically is considered as a Christian nation. About 70% of Ghanaians are Christians. And about 17 are Muslims and 5 practice traditional faith. They still believe in gods, in the sea, in the sky, and then those ideas. Okay. History in terms of sports. Now, I cannot talk about history without talking about sport. I have to talk about sports. One major activity that Ghanaians like most is sports. And then one sporting activity in Ghana is football. In the US, it is soccer. It is soccer. Now, one of the main experience that broke the heart of many Ghanaians is our eviction from the 2010 South Africa 2010 World Cup. And before that, let me talk about the picture in this slide. Now, Ghana has won the FIFA World Cup before. Ghana won the World Cup in Egypt in 2009. Ghana won the World Cup in Egypt in 2009. That was at the under 20 level. In South Africa, we had an opportunity to go to the semi-finals of the World Cup competition, but we were evicted. We were evicted from the competition when Luis Suarez, the player of Uruguay national team, he blocked at the last minute of the game. Suarez blocked the ball with his hand he prevented the ball from entering the net by blocking the ball with his hand. Okay, and we were awarded a penalty, but our striker, Asamoah Gyan, missed penalty. Now, this incident is one of the historical moments in Ghana. Many people cried in Ghana. A lot of Ghanaians, especially sports enthusiasts and sports fans, most of them, they had broken hearts. Their hearts got broken. But I didn't cry. I didn't cry because I don't cry. So even though I felt sad because I'm a Ghanaian, I remember that day. I felt so sad, and it was so the day wasn't good for us. I didn't cry because I don't cry on certain things like this. But sports enthusiasts, those who like football so much, many of them, they cried and then their heart got broken. So let me show you a video of what actually happened in South Africa in 2010. Let's watch this clip.
With the other African teams falling by the wayside, Ghana were the sole quarter-final representatives of the host continent. No pressure there then. Just the hopes of 53 countries and every single neutral fan in the world on their shoulders.
Ghana had the chance to put Africa's foot in the semi-finals of a World Cup for the first time.
Everyone was supporting the underdog, obviously. You're in Africa, the first World Cup in Africa. You want an African team to do well, and Ghana with that team. And here they are at sort of a groundbreaking moment.
And they were more than holding their own and even scored first against Uruguay.
He scores!
Before Diego Forlan equalised with a stunning free kick.
It's Diego Forlan equalises with a stunner.
But it'd be Forlan's strike partner, Luis Suarez, who'd make all the headlines.
To see that was really gut-wrenching. Probably the most shocking moment of the entire World Cup. I don't know if I could ever forgive him as a player for doing that.
It was a nail-biting finish. And then, in the very last minute of extra time, and with penalties looming, came the moment that shocked Africa.
It's a clear handball. It was horrible to watch. Just this huge sense of injustice when he did it. You know, the people standing up. How dare you do that? Send him off, send him off.
Yeah, obviously it was shocking when Suarez handballed it, blah, blah, blah. But for me, it was finally see a good bit of goalkeeping.
Too controversial on this show, but I think it probably was a handball.
Yes, it was handball, and Suarez was red carded.
That's a red card. Since when Ghana have got a penalty with the last kick of the game. Oh, I do not believe it. Suarez could have taken his medicine and walked off and been very humble about it. But no, he did that footballing thing. He started crying.
It still left Ghana a golden chance to get into the semi-final with the last kick of the match and send the continent delirious.
Asamoah Gyan for Ghana. Oh, he's finished. Cannot believe it. And it was the last kick. And when it hit the crossbar, it was just horrible. It was, I don't know, it really was like someone had ripped my guts out.
It was a miss that reverberated around the world, making Suarez public enemy number one for a piece of scandalous cheating. And Suarez was about to do something else just as shocking.
He was walking down the tunnel, and when he realized that he'd missed the penalty, he was celebrating and jumping around like, yes, I've got him. Yes, look what I've done. I cheated and I got away with it.
But Ghana still had a chance as the match went to a penalty shootout. Showing incredible bravery, up stepped Guyana again. This time he scored. But Uruguay held their nerve and with a cocky chip knocked Ghana out of Africa's World Cup.
Africa's last representatives of this World Cup are going home.
While the Ghana players were inconsolable, Suarez rubbed it in. He had cheated on a grand scale and he celebrated like a hero with his teammates.
Let's celebrate. No one likes celebrating cheating. I mean, come on.
And then he's in the press saying, oh yeah, it's the best thing I've ever done. That's the real hand of God. And not only that, he's a national hero in Uruguay. There you go. Ultimate panto villain.
Okay, so this is what actually happened that broke the heart of many Ghanaians. Now let's talk about culture and tradition of Ghana. Now, culture basically has to do with the customary beliefs, social forms of material trait of racial, religious and social group. Tradition also has to do with an inherited, established, or customary pattern of thoughts, action, or behavior, such as religious practice or a social custom. I see culture and tradition connected in a way. Now, Ghanaians display their culture and tradition in so many ways. One of them is their beliefs, and another way is in ceremonies like weddings, funerals, naming ceremonies, in relation to their tribes. There are a lot of tribes in Ghana, and each tribe has its own way of showcasing its culture. Okay. So today I'll talk about one tribe in Ghana and the way they demonstrate or they showcase their culture. Some of the tribes in Ghana, they are the Akan tribe, the Ga tribe, and then the Ewe tribe. So let's move on. I'll talk about the Akan tribe. The Akans are very popular people in Ghana. The Akans are very popular. The Akans speak the Akan language. Ghana is a multi-ethnic and diverse country with different local languages. There are about 15 local languages in Ghana. Even though English is the official international language, apart from English, Akan is the local language most Ghanaians used to communicate with other people. Even national TV stations and radio stations broadcast in the Akan language. They broadcast in the Akan language. There are some radio stations in the US and TV stations in the US that broadcast in the Akan language. I remember I went to Walmart last 2 weeks and I heard a Ghanaian song being played in the Akan language. I was surprised to hear that. And I was asking myself, did you understand the song, what the song means? I was amazed and I was surprised. So wow, this is nice. So the Akan language is very popular. So in this presentation, I would like to talk about some few vocabularies. The picture in this slide is the king of the Akan. His name is Otumfuo Osei-Tutu. This is how our kings dress when they are sitting in public. They put on their cloth and they put on their gold on their forehead. What you can see on his forehead is gold. That's why I said that Ghana was formerly called Gold Coast. And what you can see on his finger is also gold. It's real gold. Ghana is a place full of gold. Yeah. Now, these are some of the vocabularies that you can pick from the Akan language. If you go to Ghana now, you begin to learn these vocabulary. One of the terms or the terms that you hear or you can pick from the Akan language is Akwaba. Akwaba means welcome. Akwaba means welcome. At the same means how are you? Eye simply means I am doing well. Within the same meaning, what is your name? Your friend James. My name is James. So these are some of the expressions that you can. It's easy to learn this. I have friends in the US who normally approach me. They will ask me at the same and I'll respond. They've learned some of my Akan vocabularies. I am an Akan. Okay, that's why I want to talk about the Akans. Okay. Now, culture and tradition of the Akans. Now, one way that the Akans show or demonstrate their tradition is their way of dressing, especially in Deba of chiefs, where we have chiefs around. This slide, the picture in this slide is an Akan woman showcasing her dancing moves or skills. What you can see on her wrist and her arm, they are all beads. Akans, they like beads a lot. They cherish them. They are all beads, and you can see cloth. Okay. Another way that the Akans of Ghana display their culture is in traditional weddings. Now, this is how couple dress in traditional weddings. That's the Akans of Ghana. Even not only the Akans, most Ghanaian tribes, that's how they put on, the kind of dress they put on for their traditional weddings. Now, the cloth wasn't made by any, it wasn't, no one used a machine to weave the cloth. Okay, it was made by human hands. Like people weave this kind of cloth in Ghana. The cloth is called kente. It is very, very expensive in Ghana. Very expensive. And then you can see the lady in the picture also with the kente cloth. Probably this is one of the, or I'll put on this kind of cloth when I'm having my wedding in Ghana. Another major point that I want to make concerning the tradition or the personal culture of the Akans is their naming ceremonies. Now, the Akans of Ghana, or Ghanaians in general, they believe that humans are born into this world for a particular purpose. And one of the ways that they can welcome that is through naming ceremonies. So when a child is born into a family, parents perform naming ceremonies to initiate the child into this world. Okay, so this picture is an example. It's an example of naming ceremony in Ghana. Okay, in Ghana, our names are in connection to the day we are born. Okay, everybody has a name. Your name depends on the day you are born. If you're born on Monday and you are a male, your name is Kwaku. If you are a female, is Ajua. If you're born on Tuesday, male, your name is Kwabena. And then female, your name is Kwabena. Wednesday, your name is Kwaku. And then that is for the male. And then female is Epia. I was born on Wednesday. My full name is James Kwaku Kwarteng. Kwaku means I was born on Wednesday. So if, for example, if Diane, you were born on Monday, you will be Diane Ajua, and you add your last name. If Annabelle, you were born on probably on Tuesday, you will be Annabelle, your name will be Annabelle Abena, and you add your last name. So you have these names added to every person's full name. That is how that is one of the that's one tradition that Ghanaians or the Akans of Ghana they cherish so much. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. Move on to the next slide. Now, the next slide is a typical Akan funeral. One other way that the Akans show demonstrate their culture is in funerals. The accounts respect the departure of the dead, so they perform funerals in a certain way. The cloth you see in this picture is what they put on to symbolize their mourning state. When they are mourning their loved ones who have died, they put on this cloth to show that they are in a mourning state. In the US, I think you just put on a black suit and a black shirt, and then sometimes you meet as a family, and then you do some few things concerning the funeral. But in Ghana, funeral is a major thing in Ghana. When someone dies, they plan towards the funeral and then make sure that the dead is given a befitting burial. Okay. The next slide is I decided to show this. Culture in terms of what we eat is also another major point. Okay. When I came to the US, I realized that there are a lot of different kinds of food here. Some I like them, some I'm trying to like them. But I think that is the culture of Americans here. In Ghana too, we have a culture in terms of what we like to eat. What you see, this slide, the picture in this slide is one popular food of the account. It's called banku and tilapia. Tilapia is like fish, salty fish. It's very popular in Ghana. And then the banku is like corn. You use corn to prepare it. And then what you can see, the other thing here is the sauce that we use to add it to it. It's very nice to eat banku and tilapia. I haven't eaten banku and tilapia for the past 3 years since I came to the US. 2.5 years since I came to the US. I can't find these ingredients in the US. I can't find some of them. So unless I go to Ghana, but some Ghanaians, when they go back to Ghana, they try and then bring these ingredients here and then prepare themselves and enjoy themselves with. Okay, the last slide is a video. All the things that I've talked about concerning our culture and our tradition, they are displayed in this video. So I'm going to show you a typical traditional wedding of the accounts of Ghana, in which you see the kind of clothes they are wearing, you see the kind of language they speak, and you see even the food that they eat. So this is a vivid illustration of my presentation about culture and tradition of Ghana. So let's take some 2 minutes and then watch this video.
My name is Louisa Fofi. Well, I go to Napa now, and I have decided to share our traditional wedding with the world. The reason why I've decided to do it this way is because it's beautiful to see images of traditional weddings, but it's amazing to actually understand the meaning behind our culture. Our culture is rich, and I believe everybody should be able to understand what's about to happen. I feel a bit odd at the moment because I've never done such a thing before, but this one goes for the culture. The day started very early for me. I was happy, nervous, emotional, name it, all sorts of feelings were going through my mind. I couldn't describe it, but I definitely was ready. women who grew up in Western countries, like myself, I'm born and raised in the Netherlands, in Europe, we dream of beautiful white weddings, a wedding in a beautiful white dress, in a beautiful church, or maybe a destination wedding. Name it, everybody's different. Picture it however you want. But many of us dream of weddings like this. We see it around us, and in a country such as the Netherlands, it's the standard. Even though I dreamed of such a wedding, my dad always told me, never forget where you actually come from. Never forget where your parents are born. Even though you're born in the Netherlands, Ghana lives in your heart. This is a reason why many Ghanaian women choose for both weddings, the Ghanaian traditional wedding and the white wedding. My name is Nana Fofi, and I'm Louisa Fofi's twin sister. I love my brother-in-law. He's amazing. That's the homie, and I'm so happy my sister chose him, that he chose my sister. And, you know, that's not even my brother-in-law. That's my brother. That's my brother. Our culture is so rich, and when I saw him wearing those clothes and the jewelry and everything, it made me feel so proud and overwhelmed. Yeah, I loved it. The day was here. Lloyd and I, my family and his family, the Fofias and the Akoto Dapas would unite forever. We would become one, and I would become Mrs. Akoto Dapa. Akwaba is an important expression in Ghanaian custom because it symbolizes cooperation, friendliness, and acceptance. Literally means welcome. And I, as my own Akwaba girls, they welcomed our guests with so much love and joy. They were glowing. I mean, these girls are beautiful. One thing I absolutely loved about the traditional wedding was the venue. The venue was perfect. When I arrived, I saw a big, round, old antique building with all the aunties and uncles wearing their traditional wear, different prints, different kints. It was so beautiful. Like, it was just amazing. In the tradition of Akan and Ashanti, the wedding is considered as a very important and sensitive occasion. It's an event where two families become one. People of Akan, they don't consider the traditional wedding as an engagement. It's the wedding. Our families were sitting on opposite sides of the room. Lloyd's family on one side and my family on the other side. My family was wearing white and blue, and his family was wearing gold and white. And the effort everybody had put in their outfits was so beautiful to see. It was different, but we were all one. It was time for Lloyd's family to make their way to my family. invitations are announced, both families sit on opposite sides of the room with two elders, starting the marriage ceremony in prayers and introduction. Amen. Lloyd was ready to meet his bride, and I couldn't wait to see him. It's time for the gifts. The groom's family presents the bride price to the family of the bride. The family of the bride gets to decide whether enough has been offered. Once the bride price was accepted, my bridesmaids made their entrance, and I loved their beautiful dresses. They looked amazing. What I love most is that my girls come from different countries. I had someone in my train from Turkey, but I also had a girl from Mexico. But despite the cultural differences, they embraced our Ghanaian culture with so much love, and they enjoyed and they glowed. They were shining like they've been doing this all their life.
Well, that is video on Ghanaian traditional marriage. So in conclusion, I want to say that Ghana is a West African country that has a unique history, diverse culture, and tradition. If you get a chance to visit any African country, please choose to go to Ghana. It's a lovely country. You will love it when you get there. Thank you so much.
Thank you, James, for that wonderful presentation.
You're welcome.
Right now, we'll go to Q&A, and I'll be reading for you as they come in. So our first question is from Jasmine Brown. Does Ghana have a Department of Human Services?
Not really. I think it's not really a Department of Human Services. It's like Department of Social Welfare. It's not, the name is not the same, but the idea is kind of connected in a way. We have Department of Social Welfare that is in charge of the welfare of the people, the social life of the people. So it's not really human services, but I think the idea is the same, just that the name is not the same as the person asked the question. Yeah.
Our other question is, how is Ghana's relationship with other African countries best and worst, and why?
It is the best. Ghana's relationship with other African countries is you can even testify. You're from Zimbabwe, and you you can testify. Ghana used to be a place for other African countries. We have been in peacekeeping activities in various countries, and then in terms of our relationship with others, I think it's the best. We've never had any issue with any African country, any problem with anything. And most people even they move from their country to come and stay permanently in Ghana. So our relationship with other African countries, I think is the best.
Our next question, do you wear tribal clothing when you are back home?
Definitely. The tribal clothing is, like I said in my presentation, it's kind of symbolizes where you are coming from. So most people are identified by the kind of clothes they wear in Ghana. When you see an Akan and it's with its cloth, you see that, oh, this person is an Akan. When you see a Gan, normally they put on a hat and they put on a cloth so that this person is a Gan. When you see the people from the north, they also have their own dress. I didn't show that one. They also have their own dress. So we normally put on our tribal clothes in Ghana. Yeah. Even when we are not in Ghana, we still like to wear our tribal clothes.
What makes one become a king of Ghana?
For you to become a king, not a king of Ghana, maybe a king of the Akans. We don't have a king of Ghana. We have, like I said, we have different tribes in Ghana, and most of the tribes have their kings. And for you to become a king of a tribe, you must come from the royal family of the tribe. Okay, Ghana has a president. The president is like, we practice the presidential system of government. We have a president, we have a vice president, and we have ministers. And we have also kings who govern communities. Akan, for instance, the Ashanti region has a king. His name is Otumfuo or Sejitufu. So for someone to become a king of a tribe, the person must come from the royal family of that particular tribe. Yeah.
Another one, that is a very beautiful tradition with the naming ceremonies. How did it originate?
The naming ceremony has been in existence since even before I was born. It's something that is a tradition of the Akans. Not only the Akans, okay? Other tribes, they practice, like I said, the Akans or the Ghanaians believe that everyone is born into this world for a particular purpose. And one of the ways that we introduce or we introduce people to the world when a child is born, one of the ways that initiate the child into this world is through naming ceremonies. Okay, so the naming ceremony is done to introduce the child to the world, the society, and in a way, it's a tradition that we practice. We have been practicing this tradition for a very long time. If you tell me how it originates, it's something that maybe I have to go and ask my elders in Ghana and find out how this originated. So it's like I came and met it. Okay, it's a tradition. You came and met it, so it is there. Maybe I have to find out more, do research, and find out how this naming ceremony originated. Yeah.
There's another one. What tourism is Ghana most known for?
Come again. Read the question again.
What tourism is Ghana most known for?
What tribe?
Tourism.
Tourism. That's Ghana is known for.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. In terms of tourism, I think this has to do with our historical site. We have a lot of tourist sites in Ghana. For example, from the Akan tradition, they have the Menchia Palace, the Palace of the King. Okay, it's a tourist site, and we also have a site like Kakum National Park. Kakum National Park is a park whereby you find you see a ladder hanging on a tree, like you see ladder hanging on trees, and people walk on the ladder. It is hanging in the air. Okay, people just go there to see what is happening. We also have Moli Park in Ghana. The park houses different kinds of animals, elephants and other animals. That place also. So we have a lot of, for what tourist site that Ghana is known for. It will be very difficult for me to answer that because we have a lot of tourist sites that I can talk about. Yeah.
We have another one. I enjoyed learning more about Akan. Is that the first language learned? What other languages do they teach in school?
We don't only teach the Akan language. In Ghana, we have regions. We have about, it used to be 10, but more regions have been added to the region. And most regions have their own language. Okay. For example, the Ashanti region, that is the region of the Akan. So if you go to school in the region of the Akans, you will definitely learn Akan. Okay. And if you go to our capital city, that's Accra, that is the Gan region. If you go to school in Accra, definitely you will learn Gan. That is the Gan. Gan is a local language that the people in Accra speak. Okay. And if you go to school in other regions, definitely you will learn their local language. Okay. But Akan is the popular language that most people speak in Ghana because it is easy to learn. It's not only Akan, we have Gan, we have Fanti, we have other forms of languages. So it's not that if you go to school in Ghana, you only learn Akan. No, we have other languages. Other regions, they will teach you their languages. Yeah.
I think this is our last question. How much is tuition to go to school over there? Are there programs or scholarships meant to help families who can't pay for it?
For tuition, I don't think it's expensive to study in Ghana. Like I said, from level 1 to the senior high school level in Ghana, it's free. You don't pay tuition, okay? You only start paying tuition when you are in the university or you are in a college. Even in the college, we have scholarship, but it is limited to some few people, okay? Then somebody will ask me, then why did you come to study in America? The reason why I came here is that the kind of program that I wanted to do, I couldn't find it in my region, okay? In a public university in my region. I found it in a private university. To study in a private university is very expensive in Ghana. Most people like the public schools, whereby the government takes some of the fees or the tuition, and then kind of you pay part of it. So it's not expensive to study in a university in Ghana. It's not that expensive. It's not that expensive. We have scholarship opportunities. Other African countries come to Ghana to study. Most people from Nigeria, they come to Ghana to get their bachelor's, and then other people from other countries, they come to Ghana to get their degrees and other, to study in Ghana. So there are a lot of scholarship there. But if the course is not something that you want, you try and then move to another country to get your degree. So that is why I came here. It's not because to study in Ghana is expensive. It's not that expensive. Ghana is the best place that you can ever be.
That looks like it from our Q&A. Well, James, thank you for that wonderful presentation. I believe we enjoyed the presentation and had a lot to learn about the beautiful nation of Ghana. On behalf of the Multicultural Affairs, we would like to present you with a flag of Ghana.
Okay.
Of our gratitude. So.
All right. Thank you so much. I'll come for it.
Yeah.
I'll come for it. Thank you so much.
So please don't forget to complete the quick survey after the presentation, and our next and final event of our International Education Series is tomorrow, Wednesday at 2 p.m. for an inspiring presentation, If I Can, by Chris Cott where he shares his experiences and relays a message of resilience despite being born without limbs. Be on the lookout for the registration link in our emails. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you.
All right. Thank you too.